Development of press in modern India. The press played a crucial role in socio-political awakening of India during British rule. It served as a medium for expressing political decision, spreading national ideas, mobilizing public opinion against colonial rule. Early development क्या था? Uh, Early development of press in India. James Augustus Hickey started Bengal Gazette, also known as Hickey Gazette, in 1780. सबसे पहले मतलब वो जो शुरू हुआ था वो बंगाल गैजेट था। किसने शुरू किया था? जेम्स अगस्टस हिक्की ने, मार्किंग द बिगिनिंग ऑफ प्रिंट जर्नलिज्म इन इंडिया। इट वाज द फर्स्ट न्यूज़पेपर पब्लिश्ड इन इंडिया, primarily contained political and commercial news. However, due to the critical stance against British administration, it faced suppression, and Hickey was eventually imprisoned by Warren Hastings, the then Governor General of Bengal. Censorship of Press Act 1799 किसने लाया? Enacted by Lord Wellesley. This act imposed strict press regulation, including pre-censorship. This law was primarily introduced to curb the spread of revolutionary ideas during Napoleonic wars and prevent any seditious content against British government. 1799 में लॉर्ड वेलेस्ली द्वारा। In 1807 the laws was extended to include pamphlets, books, magazines, further restricting the freedom of expression. 1807 में सबको सेंसरशिप एक्ट में लेते आया गया। लॉर्ड हेस्टिंग रिपील्ड एक्ट इन 1818, टेम्पोरली रिलैक्सिंग प्रेस रिस्ट्रिक्शन। हेस्टिंग ने इसको 1818 में मतलब रिपेल कर दिया, हटा दिया। वर्नाकुलर प्रेस एक्ट 1878 passed during the tenure of Lord Lytton 1876 to 1880. Vernacular Press Act passed during the tenure of Lord Lytton 1876 to 1880. This act was meant to suppress the native press, which was actively criticizing British policies, particularly after the Great Famine of 1876 to 1878. वर्नाकुलर प्रेस एक्ट लॉर्ड लिटन लाए थे 1878 में। This act allowed district magistrate to demand publisher to enter a bond ensuring they would not publish anything against the government. If violated, security deposit could be fortified and press equipment could be confiscated. Newspapers such as Som Prakash, Bharat Mihir, Dhaka Prakash and Sahchar faced legal action again under this act. This act eventually repealed by Lord Ripon in 1882. 1878 में वो हुआ, 1882 में रिपील कर दिया गया। रीस्टोरिंग सब प्रेस फ्रीडम। सोम प्रकाश, भारत मिहिर, ढाका प्रकाशन, सच। रोल ऑफ बाल गंगाधर तिलक इन प्रेस एंड फ्रीडम स्ट्रगल। बाल गंगाधर तिलक played a significant role in using press to spread nationalist sentiments. He was the first Indian journalist to be imprisoned for his writing. बाल गंगाधर पहले ऐसे राइटर थे जिनको कैद किया गया था। तिलक ran two prominent newspaper, केसरी मराठी में और मराठी इंग्लिश में। He was arrested for allegedly inciting violence through his article in Kesari and for his speech at Shivaji festival, which justified the killing of Afzal Khan by Shivaji. He was charged with sedition after publishing a poem, Shivaji's Utterances, and was accused of influencing the Chapekar brothers, who assassinated British official W.C. Rand and चार्ल्स आयरिस्ट, जिन्होंने मतलब W.C. रैंड और चार्ल्स आयरिस्ट को मारा था। उनको ये लग रहा था कि बाल गंगाधर जी की जो कविता है शिवाजीज अटरेंसेस, उससे प्रभावित होकर चापेकर बंधुओं ने इन दोनों लोगों की हत्या कर दी, W.C. रैंड और चार्ल्स आयरिस्ट को। In 1897, Tilak was sentenced for 18 months of imprisonment. Later in 1908, he was again arrested and sentenced for 6 years of imprisonment in Mandalay, Burma. मतलब 1897 में गिरफ्तार करके उनको 18 महीने जेल में रखा गया। फिर 1908 में गिरफ्तार करके 6 साल जेल में रखा गया। under Section 124A of IPC sedition law for his articles supporting revolutionaries like Khudiram Bose and Prafulla Chaki. प्रफुल्ल मतलब इन्होंने प्रभावित किया प्रफुल्ल चाकी और खुदीराम बोस को भी. द रोल ऑफ प्रेस इन नेशनलिस्ट मूवमेंट. राजा राम मोहन राय is considered the pioneer of modern journalism. In 1821, he started Samvad Kaumidi, a Bengali weekly advocating social reforms like the abolition of Sati Pratha. Samvad Kaumidi, advocating social reform like abolition of Sati Pratha. Later, he published Miratul Akhbar, a Persian language newspaper promoting enlightenment ideas. Miratul Akhbar, Persian language newspaper. Ishwar Chand Vidyasagar started Som Prakash, highlighting issues like widow remarriage and women's education. ईश्वर चंद विद्यासागर के प्रयासों से ही 1856 में मतलब वो में रीमैरिज एक्ट पास हुआ था. ईश्वर चंद विद्यासागर स्टार्टेड सोम प्रकाश. दादा भाई नौरोजी एडिटेड रास्त गुफ्तार which focused on economic exploitation by British and the drain of wealth theory. Gopal Krishna Gokhale launched the Servant of India to promote constitutional method of reform. गोपाल कृष्ण गोखले ने सर्वेंट ऑफ इंडिया को किया था. द हिंदू 1878 एंड अमृत बाजार पत्रिका वेयर अदर नेशनलिस्ट न्यूज़पेपर that played a crucial role in raising awareness. The Free Hindustan, a revolutionary newspaper, was started by Tarak Das in Vancouver, Canada, supporting Indian independence. Indian Mirror 1861, published from Calcutta, was credited to Devendranath Tagore and Manmohan Ghosh. Indian Mirror. Role of press in revolutionary activities. Hindustan Gadar, a newspaper founded by Lala Hardayal, Sohan Singh Bhakna and Kartar Singh Saraba. Hindustan Gadar was published by Gadar Party in San Francisco in 1913. This newspaper was instrumental in motivating Indian revolutionaries abroad and was written in Punjabi, Hindi, Urdu and English. Other newspapers such as Bande Matram, edited by Arvindo Ghosh, and Yugantar, started by Barinder Ghosh and Bhupendra Nath Dutt, also promoted revolutionary ideas. इंडियन प्रेस एक्ट आया फिर 1910 में. इसमें क्या मामला हुआ देखा जाए. Enacted by Lord Minto, this act reinstated strict censorship on newspapers. It led to suppression of several nationalist publications by requiring printers, publishers to deposit security money, which would be confiscated if they violated government policies. Over 1,000 newspapers faced action under this act. Role of Mahatma Gandhi in journalism. Young India and Harijan were two prominent newspapers started by Mahatma Gandhi, focusing on non-violence, Swaraj and socio-political issues. Indian Opinion was an Young India and Harijan, two prominent newspapers started by Mahatma Gandhi, focusing on non-violence, Swaraj and socio-political issues. Indian Opinion was another newspaper published in South Africa, which highlighted the struggle of Indians under racial discrimination. Press Act of 1931 and 35. Press Emergency Powers Act 1935, introduced by British, targeted publications that encouraged civil disobedience and anti-British sentiment. Government of India in 1935 included restrictive provisions to regulate newspapers, especially those supporting the Quit India movement, 1942. Role of press in post-independence India. After 1947, India adopted Article 19(1)(a) of the Constitution, guaranteeing freedom of speech and expression, including press freedom. However, during emergency 1975 to 77, imposed by Indira Gandhi, press censorship was reintroduced, restricting media houses like Indian Express and The Statesman. Post-emergency era saw the revival of free press and establishment of institutions like Press Council of India 1966 to regulate journalist ethics. अब देखते हैं हम लोग रोल ऑफ प्रेस इन फ्रीडम स्ट्रगल. A role of the press in freedom struggle. Newspapers were not only a source of news but also a weapon against colonial policies and a platform to promote reformist and nationalist ideologies. British authorities responded with harsh laws to suppress dissent, such as censorship of Press Act 1799, Vernacular Press Act 1878, Indian Press Act 1910. ये लॉर्ड वेलेस्ली ने किया था. वर्नाकुलर प्रेस एक्ट लॉर्ड लिटन ने शायद किया था. इंडियन प्रेस एक्ट लॉर्ड मिंटो ने शायद किया था. मेनी नेशनलिस्ट लीडर इंक्लूडिंग बाल गंगाधर तिलक, महात्मा गांधी, राजा राम मोहन राय, बी आर अम्बेडकर यूज्ड न्यूज़पेपर टू अवेकन द मासेस. की रेवोल्यूशनरी न्यूज़पेपर इन जनरल देखा जाए, गदर पार्टी एंड गदर न्यूज़पेपर 1913. गदर पार्टी was established in the USA and Canada to free India from British rule. गदर पार्टी यूएसए में यूएसए और कनाडा में इस्टेब्लिश हुआ था, मतलब ब्रिटिश रूल को ख़त्म करने के लिए, मतलब इंडिया से. इट्स न्यूज़पेपर गदर वाज फर्स्ट पब्लिश्ड ऑन 1 नवंबर 1913 इन सैन फ्रांसिस्को इन उर्दू और 9 दिसंबर 1913 को गुरमुखी स्क्रिप्ट. लेटर इट वाज पब्लिश्ड इन मल्टीपल लैंग्वेज जैसे मराठी, हिंदी, इंग्लिश, गुजराती एंड पश्तो में भी वो हुआ था. द न्यूज़पेपर spread revolutionary ideas among Indian expatriates, urging them to return and fight against British rule. अमृत बाजार पत्रिका 1868, a Bengali weekly started by Shishir Kumar Ghosh and Motilal Ghosh. A Bengali weekly started by Shishir Kumar Ghosh और Motilal Ghosh on February 20, 1868 in Jessore, now in Bangladesh. Amrit Bazar Patrika. Bengali weekly started by Shishir Kumar Ghosh and Motilal Ghosh on February 20, 1868 in Jessore, now in Bangladesh. Initially published in Bengali, it switched overnight to English in 1878 to bypass Vernacular Press Act 1878. It played a crucial role in exposing British misrule and supporting nationalist movement. ठीक. बंगाली 1862 started by Girish Chandra Ghosh in 1862. S.N. Banerjee became its editor in 1879, using it to voice moderate nationalist views. Kesari and Maratha, Bal Gangadhar Tilak 1881. Kesari, Maratha English language में. Kesari was the mouthpiece of home rule movement. The first editor of Kesari and Maratha was Gopal Ganesha Karkar. Tilak was arrested for sedition due to his articles supporting the Chapekar brothers in 1897 as revolutionary activities in 1908. 1906 था शायद. Revolutionary newspapers Sandh Yugantar Kal. These newspapers supported extremism and criticized moderate approach of Congress. Yugantar and Kal promoted armed revolution against British rule. Som Prakash, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, it supported the Indigo Revolution 1859 to 60, which was directly fight against exploitation Bengali farmers by British indigo planters. The Free Press Journal, an English language daily established by Swaminathan Sadanand. Free Press Journal. played a significant role in advocating freedom of speech and press rights. न्यूज़पेपर स्टार्टेड बाय महात्मा गांधी। इंडियन ओपिनियन ये साउथ अफ्रीका से शुरू किया था 1903 में। स्टार्टेड बाय महात्मा गांधी इन साउथ अफ्रीका टू हाईलाइट डिस्क्रिमिनेशन अगेंस्ट इंडियंस। पब्लिश्ड इन गुजराती, हिंदी, तमिल एंड इंग्लिश। ठीक है, इंडियन ओपिनियन पब्लिश्ड इन गुजराती, हिंदी, तमिल एंड इंग्लिश। फर्स्ट एडिटर वाज मनसुख लाल हीरालाल नजर। फर्स्ट एडिटर वाज इंडियन ओपिनियन के पहले एडिटर कौन थे? मनसुख लाल हीरालाल नजर। इंडियन ओपिनियन मनसुख लाल हीरालाल नजर। यंग इंडिया 1919 में शुरू किया। स्टार्टेड वीकली फ्रॉम बॉम्बे इन 7 मई 1919। एडवोकेटेड सत्याग्रह, नॉन वायलेंस एंड स्वराज। जमुना दास, द्वारका दास एंड शंकरलाल बैंकर were its early editors. On 8th October 1919, Gandhiji himself became the editor and it was later published from Ahmedabad. इंडिया मतलब जमुना दास, द्वारका दास और शंकर लाल बैंकर इसके अर्ली एडिटर्स थे। ठीक। हरिजन स्टार्टेड ऑन 11 फरवरी 1933 फ्रॉम पुणे। पब्लिश्ड इन इंग्लिश, गुजराती एंड हिंदी एज हरिजन बंधु एंड हरिजन सेवक। Focused on Dalit rights and untouchability abolition, 1933. Other important newspapers and editors: Hindu Patriot, 1853 to 55, 1855, 1861. Girish Chandra Ghosh, Hindu Patriot, was its editor from 1853 to 55. 1855 में हरिश्चंद्र मुखर्जी took over and exposing indigo planters operation. Das Pal became its editor in 1861. Vande Mataram, Arvindo Ghosh was its editor, advocating armed resistance against British. Vande Mataram. The Indian Nation, stated by Kameswar Singh of Dharbhanga. Indian Nation, Patna, published in Patna. Swadesh Bhamini, Ramakrishna Pillai was its editor. It played a vital role in Kerala's socio-political awakening. Swadesh Bhimani. Role of press in social and political awakening. B.R. Ambedkar and Dalit rights. देखा जाए क्या है मामला इनका। Role of press in social and political awakening. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and Dalit rights. In 1924, Ambedkar founded Bahishkrit Hitkarni Sabha to promote Dalit rights. He started a fortnightly newspaper called Bahishkrit Bharat. Ambedkar founded the Bahishkrit Hitkarni Sabha to promote Dalit rights. He started fortnightly newspaper called Bahishkrit Bharat. Abdul Kalam Azad and Al-Hilal was published in 1912 to promote nationalism and Hindu-Muslim unity. Al-Hilal, Abdul Kalam Azad. Banned in 1940 under Press Act 1910. Later he launched Al-Balag, which was also banned. Pioneer, English newspaper published by George Allen in Allahabad. Initially pro-British but later played a role in political discussion. Qaumi Azad 1945, started by Jawaharlal Nehru to promote Congress nationalist agenda. Independent, English newspaper published in Madras by Annie Besant, played a key role in Home Rule movement. Independent 1919. Press laws and acts. Censorship of Press Act 1799 imposed by Lord Wellesley during Napoleonic Wars. Censorship of Press Act 1799 imposed by Lord Wellesley during Napoleonic War. Vernacular Press Act 1878. Censorship of Press Act 1799 imposed by Lord Wellesley during Napoleonic War. Censorship. Vernacular Press Act Lord Lytton in 78, repealed by Lord Ripon 1882. Indian Press Act 1910 Lord Minto required newspaper to deposit security which could be fortified. Press Act 1931 targeted publication supporting civil disobedience movement. ठीक, तो ये हम लोग का इंट्रो ख़त्म होता है. थैंक यू, बाय बाय. अब PYQs में मिलते हैं.